Hello, everyone. My name is John McNair. I'm an elder law, estate planning, and probate attorney in Dallas. I've been practicing for 40 years. I've been doing elder law for 20 years. I'm board certified in estate planning and probate, and I'm a certified elder law attorney. And often during each week, I get calls from clients about elder law issues. And one of the problems is this: they have a family member that they think needs to be in some type of long-term care setting. A common scenario is that mom has gone into the hospital. She's now been released into a rehab facility, and she's only going to be there for a little while. Medicare is only going to be paying for rehab for a short period of time. And they have to know where mom is going after that. And they call me about helping mom qualify for governmental benefits like Medicaid or VA benefits to pay for that care. But there's a problem with that. And the problem is this: we don't want to put the cart before the horse. We don't want to try to start planning for governmental benefits for long-term care before we know where the long-term care is going to be provided. Mom might be going home. She might have in-home care providers. She might be going to an assisted living community. She might be going to memory care. She might be going to skilled nursing care. We don't know. And the answer to where mom is going to be placed is massive for the elder law attorney. The elder law attorney really can't do their job until they know where mom is going to be. So I've decided to do this series of videos about helping clients determine what resources are out there in order to make that determination: where should mom go? And in order to help with that, I've invited my community liaison, Susan Rogers, to participate with us today. Susan has a master's in gerontology from North Texas University, and she has over 20 years of experience in the long-term care world. She's been in skilled nursing communities. She's been in assisted living communities. She's been in memory care communities. She's seen the vast myriad of places where mom might end up. So she's going to help us answer some questions about what resources are out there and how can we determine where mom should go and what are the next steps. Once we know those next steps, then the elder law attorney can step in and give you counsel and advice and help formulate a plan to help mom. So let's start with what Susan brings to the table. So Susan, how does a family go about determining the level of care a senior may need?
Well, thanks, John. Well, when we're talking about assessing the need or determining the level of need, the first thing we want to consider is what types of diagnoses does the person have. Often when people come to us or they start thinking about these things, there's been some sort of a crisis. There's been a fall, a hospitalization, something that has changed the scenario. It could be a new diagnosis. And so we want to look at, does someone have a progressive degenerative diagnosis like Alzheimer's or Parkinson's disease that will get worse and have more impact on their life over time? Or is it something that is going to kind of remain steady? Is it something that they'll be able to recover and get better after experiencing treatment? So the prognosis for their medical conditions is the first thing we want to look at. We also want to know what type of assistance do they need with what we call activities of daily living, or ADLs for short. And so that could be bathing, dressing, grooming, hygiene, could be eating their meals, any of these activities. We want to know what type of assistance do they need, how long have they needed that assistance, and does it look like they're going to need even more assistance in the future. We want to look at their medication needs. Are they taking all their medications orally? Do they have eye drops? Do they have injections, wound care treatments, things like that that may be ongoing? And then we don't want to forget their social and emotional needs. It's really important that we find the right fit for someone's personality and their preferences. If someone has always been a very social person, they may feel more comfortable in a larger assisted living or retirement community or nursing facility where there are a lot of activities going on. There's a lot for them to get involved with, new people for them to meet. On the other hand, if there's someone who's always been very private and not very social, that type of a setting might cause some harm, might leave them with some distress because they're not used to or comfortable being around large crowds. And then kind of the big question, the elephant in the room is, what's the budget? What are their assets? What is the monthly income they have access to? Do they have long-term care insurance benefits that may cover assisted living or in-home care or memory care? And then are there other financial resources? Are there other family members who may be contributing to the budget or who may be participating in care? If a family member is providing that care, then that might be something they might not have to worry about paying for at this point. So these are all factors that we want to consider.
So I understand, Susan, there are some governmental agencies that can help with the assessment. Is that right?
Absolutely, yes. The area agencies on aging are spread out across the whole country. Pretty much everywhere, every county is covered by one of these area agencies on aging. And that's a really great place to start. Here in the Dallas area, we're pretty much covered under 3 different area agencies on aging. So Tarrant County has their own office. Dallas County has their own office, and then all the counties surrounding us are covered with what's called the North Texas Council of Governments Office of the Area Agency on Aging. So regardless of where you live, whether it's here in the Metroplex or across Texas or across the country, you should be able to dial your information number, whether it's 411 or just Google Area Agency on Aging near me.
Can you tell us more about these agencies? What kind of services they provide?
Sure. Let's start with the North Texas Council of Governments. The information that's going to be provided is going to be similar for most area agencies on aging. Some may have more resources in addition to what we discuss here, but the biggest ones that someone would be wanting to call and ask about if you're in a situation where you're trying to assess the needs of a loved one is a benefit called benefits counseling is the first thing. What that does is they have experts in insurance and other programs. And so what they can do is they can take a look at what, if you have Medicare, traditional Medicare or a Medicare with a supplement, or do you have managed care Medicare? Do you have a secondary insurance, maybe as part of a retirement plan? They'll look at those benefits and be able to tell you specifically, here's what this covers, here's what this doesn't cover, and identify any gaps and what strengths those insurance policies have. So and they'll also be able to talk with you about available either grants or government programs or other benefits that may be available through the community in addition to your own private insurance. The second benefit that they offer is called care coordination. And what that means is they're going to do a bit of a needs assessment and then help you either as the individual needing care or a family member. They'll help you kind of coordinate these benefits, figuring out what's covered with insurance, what's available maybe from the county, what nonprofits are available in that area, and kind of coordinate all that together. So that's a great benefit to have. The third one that you'll want to ask about is what's called information and referral. And so what this means is that you may call and say, I think that my mom needs assisted living, but I don't know where to go, and I don't know what to do, and I don't know if that's the right level for her. And they'll be able to do kind of that needs assessment and then share with you information, not just about the communities, types of assisted living that are available in your area, but also if there are programs that may be able to help with affording that type of care as well. So they'll be able to gather that information from you and then make referrals to other agencies or to organizations or communities themselves.
So, Susan, I understand we have some excellent nonprofit organizations in the area that may help in this regard. Can you tell us about those?
We do, John. And so these are specific here to our Dallas County area. But similar organizations exist in most counties across the country. In the Dallas area, we have just really some nonprofit organizations that are doing some really impactful work. Been around for over 50 years, and they are really the first place that I call for anyone in the city of Dallas or Dallas County who is an older adult who is looking for answers. They do everything from employment, counseling and job fairs, volunteering. They support nursing home residents, and they have a financial safety center. So there's a lot of different programs that they offer. But as we spoke about before with the area agencies on aging, the Senior Source also does information and referral and benefits counseling and those type of services as well.
Do they have any eligibility requirements? Do you have to be low income? Can anybody call? How does that work?
That's a great question. They do serve individuals over the age of 65. It might be even lower for some of their specific programs. But generally, if you are an older adult and you are living in either City of Dallas or Dallas County, you can call. Now, what if you're outside that area? You can still call them, and they may be able to refer you to an agency that's closer to your area. Excuse me. So one of the great programs that they have here is what's called an ombudsman. An ombudsman is an individual that is assigned as an advocate to people living in a nursing home. And so if your loved one may need that level of care, that level of service, they can put you in touch with one of these ombudsmen who are out visiting those facilities. They know the staff, they've met some of the families, they've interacted with the residents there, and they can really be a great resource to help you with that. You can check out the Senior Source website. I've put the link there, the seniorsource.org. And the other thing that they offer, I think I mentioned, is the Elder Financial Safety Center. And so their focus is on preventing elder financial abuse and then also responding if there has been a case of financial abuse. So like I said, the Senior Source really covers the city of Dallas, the county of Dallas, but what about some of the more suburban areas? Those also have nonprofit agencies that help as well. One is the Jewish Family Services. They are located in North Dallas, but they really cover and help families throughout the Metroplex. And it's not just people of the Jewish faith, their services are open to anyone. And they also provide that information and referral, benefits counseling, and some other programs as well. So you can check out their website there. The Wellness Center is similar to the Senior Source except for Collin County instead of Dallas County. Again, there's some overlap here, so they have similar programming, and if you call the quote-unquote wrong place for where you live or what service you need, they all know about each other and they can refer you one to the other. So we have the Wellness Center in Collin County, and then in the Carrollton, Addison, Farmers Branch, Coppell area, we have an organization called MetroCrest Services. And again, they offer, those same services and can provide referrals for you.
So that was a lot of information, Susan. We thank you for that. We've talked about some of the ways that you can gather information to help determine the optimal care setting for your family member. Remember, the elder law attorney can't do their job until we know where your loved one will receive care. Once that's determined, we can start to work devising a plan to obtain benefits for that care. In the next video, we'll discuss working with aging life care managers. And of course, once you're ready to sit down with an elder law attorney, please go to my website, McNair-DallasLaw.com, and book a call. We can give you a free consultation and determine once you're ready, how can we help you with the next steps. Thank you very much.